This video explains in more detail what's happening in the last video in the Easy Blues Impro. If we've got a C minor 7 chord, we can find a C minor triad, which is 3 steps from the bottom C, 1, 2, 3, and 4 from there, 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to the G. And then from the C here, the upper C is a C chord, we can come down 2 steps, and this gives us a C minor 7 chord. So this is our basic C minor 7 chord. In the right hand, we can play the same chord as, and we can also practice finding this chord in different keys. We can find a D minor chord, and then coming down 2 steps, say in the right, maybe an F minor chord, 3 steps, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Well, I come down from there, 2 steps, 1, 2, and the. So that's the basic minor 7 chord. Now the minor 7 chord, we only had to add 2 notes to make it into a blues scale. There's a C minor chord, and then we, from this second note from the top here, the G is the 5th of the chord, if you like. We come down 2 semitones, and these 3 notes are the sort of the notes in the middle of the blues scale. They're the ones that the guitarist bends in a rock solo. And then the other notes of the minor 7 chord. So that gives us C blues scale. And of course we can then now then, for this minor 7 chord, we can just move the 7th up a semitone, move it up another semitone to the C maybe, and back down again, and we can just run the C blues scale and just have some fun. That kind of thing. So that's the minor 7 chord and how you can just move this. It's used in a famous jazz standard called My Funny Valentine. That starts in the C and comes down like that. Anyway, the other thing that we're sort of fusing this with is the James Bond idea, which is starting from the basic C minor triad. We just raise this top note a semitone, and then another semitone, and then down. So we're just moving this up and down a semitone, and again using the C blues over the top. And so forth there. Now then, of course, we've now found the minor 7 chord in a range of keys. So if we find a D minor 7 chord, we can take the D minor 7 chord and the 5th of the chord, the second note from the top is this A, we can find the 2 semitones just below them. And those are the notes to add to this chord to make the D blues scale. So from the D minor 7, of course, we can raise this and go up. That sort of thing. Or we can do the James Bond idea and just move that around. And so forth there. And of course we can move this to another key as well, perhaps G, for the G minor 7 chord. G minor 7 chord just adds those notes, the 5th, and that gives us, we can raise the 7th. Oops. Or we can do the James Bond and so forth there. So if we go back to C again, we've got this idea which we can raise here. We can also apply this, which I did in a very early video about blues impro, and each of these has 2 beats: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you can go to this. come back into that again, and so forth. And of course, having now explored lots of different keys, we can now find this in any key we want to. We can find this E minor 7 chord and E blues. So the fifth is there, the two notes below that. Raise the seventh there, up to the E. So we've got this movement here, and James. And we can do this, which is just down 2 steps, and then from the E go down 2 steps, then another 2 steps, then 1 step. So forth. And of course we can go from there back into James Bond. Again, we can find this in any key we want to. A minor 7, A blues. We can move that across to James Bond. From there, there's a try, just move the top note up and down a bit, and we can go 2 steps down and so forth. So we then and we can move that around too. Okay, have fun with this. Do practice this in all different keys, and that'll give you a complete mastery of all the blues scales and a knowledge of all the minor 7 chords, as well as freeing up your impro.